Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to ELN in the Morning. I'm Matt Lee.
And I'm Nicole Bloom. This will be our last show of the year, but we'll be back in the fall with shows every other week.
We hope you'll tune in.
With the top national stories of the day. Eric?
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Here are the 5 things you need to know this morning. One of the 3 friends of Boston Marathon bombing suspect Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was released from federal custody yesterday on a $100,000 bond. Robel Filipos is accused of lying to investigators about visiting Tsarnaev's room after the bombings. Filipos will be under home confinement and will have to wear an electronic monitoring bracelet. As for the brother of Dzhokhar, a burial place has not yet been picked out. Tamerlan Tsarnaev, the other Boston bombing suspect, was killed in a police shootout. Tsarnaev lived in Cambridge, Mass. Before his death, but Cambridge city manager Robert Healy does not want the burial in his city because he doesn't want the protests that would come with it. Moving over to money, Fortune released its new list of the top 500 companies. Companies are ranked based off their total revenue for the fiscal year. ExxonMobil was bumped back to number 2 on the list, but who took first? That would be Walmart. The retail giant reclaimed the number 1 spot they had in 2011. If you're an online shopaholic, listen up. Just yesterday, the Senate approved the internet sales tax proposal. But what does this mean for you as a consumer? Well, it means you're going to have to be willing to spend a little more dough to shop online. If the House approves the bill, it's estimated that buyers will be spending anywhere from $12 to $23 billion more from the tax alone. And finally, do you drive a BMW or Chevy or Buick hybrid car? Well, BMW is recalling 42,000 of its 3 Series from 2002 and 2003 due to airbag problems, and GM is recalling about 38,000 of their hybrid sedans due to potential fire issues. That's the news you need to know this morning. Nicole and Matt, back to you.
With new information surfacing about the suspected Boston bombers, immigration has been brought into the forefront. Our John Bowden spoke with students about the issue.
I'm here today because the time has come for common sense, comprehensive immigration reform. The time is now.
In January, President Obama began his administration's first major push for immigration reform. But in recent weeks, the conversation has changed.
And what I'm saying is, if there are things that come up as a result of what happened in Boston that require improvement, let's add them to the bill.
The Boston bombings came just months after a bipartisan committee introduced a bill that would overhaul the U.S. immigration system. The bill has 4 important measures: an increase in border security, a path to citizenship for immigrants already in the U.S., a faster path to citizenship for those entering the country legally, and increased workplace enforcement. But critics of the bill, including Senator Rand Paul, say these reforms don't do enough to protect the United States. Some lawmakers have raised questions about how the Boston bombers were allowed into the country after being radicalized overseas.
And it's a wrong signal to say, hurry up and let's pass comprehensive immigration reform, but let's don't do anything to make sure the country's more secure from people who might use immigration to attack us.
That statement was one of many from some high-ranking Republicans who have spoken out against increased immigration, which they say will open up America to more attacks. But this idea is worrying one Muslim student here at ELN.
Yeah, I think when I first heard the news, I was so sad. I was praying that it won't be another Muslim, Middle Eastern. I was praying of that.
Nada Azem is an immigrant, but she's from Syria. Her family moved here just before 9/11. She worries that this new focus on Muslims will cause a new wave of anti-Islamic sentiment. She bases this claim on multiple news outlets that claim Saudi nationals were behind the attack. Despite bipartisan support in the Senate, the bill's future is unclear. It will face a test in the Republican-controlled House, which will examine the bill to determine if it meets the national security concerns of the GOP. As for Azem, she hopes that lawmakers will understand that Islam isn't their enemy. For ELN in the Morning, I'm John Bowden.
Coming up after the break, it's been a rainy couple of days, but the sun just might make an appearance. We'll have more in weather.
It's a little over 2 weeks away. Find out the history behind a major event on campus. Our Gary Grumbach is at College Coffee once again. Check out what's going on at Phi Beta Kappa Commons. Gary?
Hey guys, I'm here live at College Coffee in Phi Beta Kappa Plaza. It's Danish Day, so even the skies are gray. It's Danish Day, everything's okay. There's quite a few classes here that have tables full of their final projects, including one that I thought was really interesting. It's a class on aging, so they're handing out buttons that say, "I heart old people." I thought that was pretty funny. They're promoting elder awareness, elder abuse awareness, and also they're handing out, another group is handing out Colonnades, the literature book, and also there's quite a few tables out here just with different class projects. We'll be right back later, and we're going to be talking about one adventure that's going on over here called Pie Your Professor, and it's a fundraiser for Alpha Phi Omega, and we'll get back to you right after this.
Thanks, Gary. This hasn't been the spring weather we are used to, with heavy rain causing an hour-long blackout yesterday. Our Jacob Brancho is in the studio with your 5-day forecast.
Good morning, Matt and Nicole. Good morning, Matt and Nicole. The wild weather is here to stay for a couple days, so I hope you guys brought your raincoats today, as it looks like there will be rain for most of the early afternoon, with stronger thunderstorms moving in throughout the evening. So be safe and be prepared for some heavy rain. But what does this mean for the rest of the week? Let's check out the Phoenix 5-day forecast. The nasty weather will stick around tomorrow with a 70% chance of rain and a high around 69. Thursday brings some needed sunshine to the campus, and temperatures will begin to rise with a high of 75. Friday looks to be even better with mostly sunny skies and a high in the low 80s, so be sure to get outside and enjoy the last weekend of the school year. Finally, Saturday will mean temperatures in the high 70s with a chance of a shower or two developing later in the day. So wake up early, grab a Frisbee, and enjoy the morning. Back to you guys.
Now, what happens if that rain makes it to graduation in a couple of weeks when seniors grab their diplomas? Our Gary Grumbach found out.
Long live Elon.
Graduation, a time to remember the past and look towards the future. For Elon seniors, that time is 18 days away. Director of Special Programs Jeff Clark has been planning this event since last year.
We actually start planning for commencement I start about a week after the previous commencement is over.
With speakers, honored guests, parents, and of course more than 1,300 graduating seniors, Clark told me about his favorite part of the ceremony.
They got an acorn when they came in for their new student convocation. They walk out with a growing tree, a sapling. I think that's a really neat thing.
Right now, there's only squirrels running around here under the oaks, but in just under 3 weeks, there's going to be 11,500 shares. But what if it rains? The rain plan for Elon's 123rd commencement is complex. Commencement exercises will happen in both Alumni and Jordan Gym. In case of showers, there will be other locations throughout campus where the ceremonies will be streamed. This year's speakers will include President Lambert, Senior Class President Molly Shoup, and NBC Nightly News anchor Brian Williams. But the undergraduate commencement is not the only graduation happening under the oaks. At 6 p.m. on May 25th, the Elon School of Law will be conducting its ceremonies. There are also a number of master program graduations, including iMedia, Business Administration, and Education. When graduation is over, 1,300 seniors will become alumni, and the university will prepare to welcome nearly 1,400 new students in August. Gary Grumbach, Elon Local News.
It's really crazy how fast the year has gone by. I can't
know.
imagine what the seniors must be feeling right now.
Yeah, and it must be great to finally get that oak sapling, because I know I still have my acorn, and it's just kind of sitting in my drawer, so it'd be nice to, have something grow up
Yes,
from there.
yes, the one we got in the fall. I still have
Yes.
my acorn in, I put it in my jewelry box, so hopefully it'll stay there for, for the next couple years.
Will you be going to graduation?
No, I won't, but I'm very excited to see them.
Me neither. If you haven't had breakfast yet, our next few stories will work up your appetite. I know I'm getting hungry. Stick with us.
Summer is quickly approaching, and unless you plan on living in one of the Elon dining halls, some of you are going to have to cook for yourselves. So, if you're looking for a fun, easy recipe, our Alex Rose has a suggestion for you in this week's College Cooking.
Hello and welcome to this last episode of College Cooking. I'm your host, Alex Rose. Now, as the sun decides to start poking out behind the clouds, we get into tailgating and barbecue season. So I figured what better way to celebrate the nice weather than some chips and dip to accommodate some grilling. So I went ahead to Harris Teeter and purchased an all-vegetable ingredient list for our guacamole dip that we're going to prepare for you today. I learned this from Chef Paul from Cancun Restaurant in Burlington, and it's going to be quite the treat. Let's look at our ingredients. Let's see what we got. Right down here we got 3 avocados, because that is the base and fundamentals of the guacamole dip. Nice little tomato, lime for some flavor, a spicy little pepper for those who can take the heat, and of course, an onion. So why don't we go ahead and get started. Now you're gonna wanna buy your avocado about 2 days in advance, otherwise it's gonna be as hard as a potato. And you're gonna wanna cut into it from the top. All avocados have really hard seeds, so what you're gonna wanna do is just cut around that seed. And then when you're all done, slice it open. Make a checkered pattern in the avocado. And once it's all checkered out, you're gonna go ahead and scoop it out to your bin of choice. So now that we've scooped out all our avocado, we're gonna go ahead and chop up the rest of our veggies. We're gonna go ahead and just mix everything up. And the last thing that you're gonna wanna add to your guacamole mix is 1 dash of salt. Not too much though. So that's pretty much it. After a lot of mashing and putting all that together, you're pretty much good to go. That was only about $8 worth of ingredients, all vegetables, very healthy and very good. So for College Cooking, I'm Alex Rose. Enjoy your dip. I know I am.
Now, Alex Rose just showed us how to make some delicious guac, but what if you could use that avocado for something else? Sky, I know you want one more use for that avocado like I do. What can you do with this avocado?
Yes, avocado is delicious to eat, but it also does wonders for your skin. And with summer coming up, I'm going to give you a few skin tips to give you that beautiful sun-kissed glow that we all want.
Great.
So, avocado is a superfood with essential oils and monounsaturated fat that work to brighten and tighten your skin cells.
So do you eat the avocado? Do you put it on your face?
Either way, eating it is going to give you those skin benefits, but if you want it to directly penetrate those skin cells, you can mash it up, put it on your face for about 15 minutes, and leave it on as a face mask, and that's going to give you a beautiful glowing complexion. So next I have coconut oil, and coconut oil is a miracle worker when it comes to skincare, especially if you have dry skin.
How would you say this compares to a normal moisturizer? Is it?
Well, coconut oil has lauric acid, so if you have skin problems like eczema, like itchy, irritated skin, this is really going to work to fight those cells. So, yeah, you can put it all over your body, just on your face, and it's really going to give you a beautiful, smooth skin.
Very nice, very nice.
So next, the most important part of skincare is protecting your skin from the sun, especially in the hot summer sun rays when you're at the beach all day. So one suggestion I have is to buy a moisturizer or a foundation makeup with sunscreen already in it. That way you don't forget to put it on in the morning, but you also have to remember to reapply throughout the day, especially if you're going to be at the beach all day, and even if it's cloudy, you can still get a sunburn. So make sure that you're reapplying sunscreen because it will rub off throughout the day, and we do not want to look like lobsters, and we do not want to get skin cancer, so we have to remember to protect our skin. I know you don't want to look like a lobster,
No,
Matt.
I don't. I already do. But, so I'll definitely be trying that on.
Thank you so much, Sky. This has been great.
Yeah, thank you. I'm definitely going to be using those health tips.
Awesome.
You may think getting up for an 8 a.m. is tough business, but there are some people who wake before the sun comes up.
More on that after the break. This morning certainly came early for us, but others on ELN's campus have been up for a while, long before most students. Our Lauren Cook has the story.
The birds are chirping, the flag is raised, and the squirrels are starting their morning. But students at ELN still have yet to wake up.
We open at 8 o'clock, so we try to get everything cleaned up and presentable to the public, to all the admissions tours, to all the students, all faculty and staff to come in at 8 o'clock. We try to have everything clean and ready to go by 8.
Matt Kirkman, the head groundskeeper here at ELN University, oversees the grounds and makes sure campus looks beautiful, all before most students are awake.
At times we have to be very mindful of sleeping students as well, so we can't work around residential halls or anything like that before. We've tried not to get there before 9.
Kirkman explained that as groundskeepers, their day consists of working between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m., not a very long time for the size of our campus.
We maintain roughly 400 acres of obviously very well manicured grounds.
Although there aren't many hours in the day, Kirkman and his team still find time to make campus look picturesque. With a team of just 16 workers, Kirkman and his crew get the work done between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. every day. The maintenance work, including mowing and cleanup, takes about 4 days a week, while the flowers and shrubs take around 5.
Everything right now is just, it has to be picture perfect. We strategize our year to make sure graduation, everything is as absolutely best as it can be.
Lauren Cook, ELN in the Morning.
I know I can't get up that early in the morning, so I don't know how they can do it, but you really got to admire the dedication that these workers put into our beautiful campus.
Definitely. All right, well, we're going to head to a break, but when we come back, we'll have more for you.
I look up to a lot of the older heads, you know, the innovators, the heads of the art movements of the past. They kept it really edgy, and like a lot of the Latin American muralists and Latin American artists, and their styles were very unique and new to their time. You know, somewhat controversial, but that's who I look up to mainly. Personally, I'm very excited about going to college. It's something new and it's something different than what I'm used to. I'm definitely going to be a little out of my element, but that's what makes it so exciting, is that, you know, it's something fresh. Well, there's so many opportunities that I think I could miss out on if I didn't go, you know? Getting into college takes planning and vision. You know, it's just like when I take a brick wall and turn it into a canvas for my art. Paintings help me realize that I've got what it takes.
And right now we're going to go back to Gary Grumbach, who is at College Coffee. Gary?
Hey guys, I'm back here at Phi Beta Kappa Plaza, but you might want to call this Pi Beta Kappa Plaza because there is some serious pieing going on behind me. Take a look here. It's for Alpha Phi Omega, the National Service Fraternity, and American Cancer Society is benefiting from this. So for $2, you can pie a professor, and tons of students are taking part in this. Tons of students are getting involved, and so really, it's a great cause for American Cancer Society. Now back to you guys.
Wow, I wonder if he's okay
Well,
after that one.
that'll be fun cleaning
We'll
off.
have to check up with him. When we come back, the ELN Dance Company, well, right now, is going to be in the studio with a performance for their upcoming show, Moving Visuals.
The group will perform Thursday through Saturday in McCrary Theater. Tickets are $12 or free with your student ID. So we're going to head over to them right now. Oh, just kidding. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, they'll be dancing for you.
They got to drink some water first.
wish I could move like that. I cannot.
I can't flex and up and down.
Are you guys excited for your show that's coming up?
Yes, we are very excited.
It's on Thursday, right?
Yes, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7:30.
Very
So
cool.
what's the inspiration for the show? Like, how did you come up with the choreography for this dance move and everything?
All the choreography is faculty choreography, and it's based off of deconstructing artwork, and then they use that for inspiration.
Oh, wow.
So.
And are these your costumes throughout the whole show, or will you guys be changing? Or?
Well, yeah, we'll be changing. This is just one of the pieces.
Oh, very cool. And how many girls are there guys as well in the group? How many of you are there?
I believe there are about 45 dance majors in the show. And
Oh,
then
wow.
There are other majors, music theater majors, and actors in the show as well.
Oh, very cool. And will you all be performing at once, or is it kind of individually?
There are several different pieces throughout the show.
So how long have you been working on this whole choreography?
We audition after Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
And so we've been rehearsing since then.
Wow, so it's definitely, you guys definitely seem well rehearsed there, so it's probably going to be a really good show.
We hope so.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here. We're so excited to have you performing this weekend. And if you guys don't mind dancing again, maybe we can see a little bit more of what will be coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you
Maybe
guys so much
teach me how to do some of that. I'll watch. I'll take some notes.
All right, well, that's all we have for you, but we're going to watch them dance before we let you go.
Moving visuals.
I had to like open the bruise up and let some of the bruise blood come out to show them. I had to.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's all we have for you this week.
We'll be back next year, and be sure to catch Elon in the Morning. It's been a great semester here on Elon in the Morning. Thank you, Nicole, for being such a good co-host.
Well, thank you, Matt. And we have our show on Thursday afternoon, and then again next Monday will be our last Elon Local News for this year.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at Elon Local News and follow us on Twitter.
Have a great week, Elon.
Yeah.